Yo. Alright. I'm about to record this video and then post it and then go work out. Got a lot to do. Today's video is about... you can rip a page out of a book, but you can't change what's written. And what that means is there's no point to stress about things that you can't control. Like, if you're put in a situation where your mother is, sick or whatever, and you're having to do this and you're having to do that, and you're stressing out. Obviously, your mother being sick is like a big part of your stress, but unfortunately, you can't control if she does not get sick. So there's no reason to stress about it. Obviously, still feel like, sad or whatever. That's fine. But don't be like, oh my God, now she's sick. What am I going to do? What am I going to do for the future? What if I don't have a mom? Like, then it's like, all right, now you're stressing over it. And not stressing also kind of goes hand in hand with how you view stuff mentally, like your perspective of it. Because if you let a negative situation affect you, then you're kind of letting what's be written in the books kind of just be like, all right, now this is your future. This is how you feel. This is how you act. But you can create your own reality no matter what. Like, no matter what situation in, you can dictate your actions, which can influence the situation. Manipulation, but it's in a positive way, like we've talked about. Manipulation in a positive way. And it's just it being written in a book. I saw it on the TikTok. It's pretty good. Well, like, that goes for my best friend even. He sent me something and was like, oh, he was talking about a girl. He was talking about the same girl that he's been talking about for the past, 6 months. I mean, it's good that he's talking about the same girl, at least. But I'm like, at a certain point, bro, it's obvious that she's not something you need to be following. It's not that she's not a good girl or she's not a good person. It's just, it's obvious that she hasn't showed interest in you. You've showed interest in her. It hasn't worked out. So there's no reason to stress about it. So just move on. Move on with your life. Go on to the next phase. And I was telling him, I was like, I'm in a period of solitude. Like, I have nobody besides the people I talk to on a daily basis. So my mom, my dad, and the kids at dance. But they're 11. Like, if I have something seriously going on, I can't talk to them about it. I'm the person they look up to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the one who's like, I've got to hold the fort down. Like, when the teachers need something, they ask me. When the owner of the studio needs something, she asks me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the, hey, I need help. I'm that kind of person, the person who helps. Which isn't a problem. Which isn't a problem by any means. But I understand that I'm that person for those people. So I don't stress. When someone asks me something I don't know, I'll be like, look, I'll be honest, I don't know. I don't know. I can't help you. And this goes with my video of yesterday about pride. Is I'm proud of what I can do because I work construction, so I am a handyman. Like, I know how to fix doors. I know how to change light bulbs. I know how to fix drawers. Like, I know how to do that stuff. And I know how to do some electrical stuff. I know how to do some plumbing stuff. I get the gist of things. But I don't pride myself on it. So that way, when I'm in a situation where I'm like, hey, I don't know what to do, I haven't put myself in a situation where I'm like, oh, well, I say I know how to plumb, and I know how to do plumbing. Oh, I know how to do electrical. I don't. I might have knowledge about them, but I don't know how to do them. So I'm not going to pride myself or say, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, I'm your handyman. I know how to do everything. I will do everything. Because I don't. So I don't stress about it, and I don't put myself in those situations where it's going to cause me to stress. And that goes for another thing with this. You can rip the pages out of a book, but you cannot change what's written. Well, dang, what was I about to say? Besides that, I was going to say that and then something else after. Don't put yourself in situations where you stress. Where you know you're going to be stressful. Like, if you have a bad habit or a bad addiction, and you're trying to get away from it, and you keep putting yourself around the people who do that, you're putting yourself in You're literally putting yourself in a bad situation that you probably won't be able to control the outcomes of because you're already mentally weak to that thing. It's funny. That just goes to say, don't put yourself in situations in which don't put yourself in situations in which you can become victim to things of which you've felt victim to before. There you go. I might do that on another video. That sounded pretty cool. Let me say that one more time. Do not put yourself in situations in which you will fall victim to those things that you have fell victim to before. There we go. I don't know why my ears look so big. Also, I got a pimple on my forehead. I put a pimple patch on it, but my skin was just clearing up. I had like 2 or 3 right here, and then I wake up this morning, I go to look in the mirror, and it's like, bang. But don't put yourself in situations that is hard. I don't want to say it's harder for you to control the outcomes, because challenging yourself is a good thing, but with moderation, as is everything else. Because if you put yourself in a situation where you were very, very mentally weak to something, it is going to be very, very hard to willpower, to force yourself through it, like all of that. Like, it's going to be horrible. Now, by all means, some people have more willpower than me, some people have less, some people have a lot more. So you might be able to put yourself in a situation where you're like, all right, let me pound it out mentally. I'll be fine. Now, by all means, if you got the willpower to do that, do it. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not. But I'm saying it is much easier to control a situation when you put yourself in a situation in which you know that you won't stress. Or that you go into a situation with the mindset, all right, well, I'm not going to let this stress me out. Like, I'm not a stressful person. There you go. There you go. That, like, why would you put yourself in a situation in which you're going to stress? Still looking for a car. My parents are looking at some in Houston right now. It's a little it's still a process. But I know why. I think I know why I haven't gotten a car yet. And I think it's because I aired my business out to a lot of people. Telling all my friends, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a car, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna be doing this once I get my license and my car. And that told the universe that mentally I wasn't mature enough to have a car yet. So then once we started to go look for one, I think the universe was like, nah. And see, that right there, I put myself in what could have been a stressful situation, because I could have started planning stuff for me. Oh, I already have a car. But mentally, I knew, I was like, well, there's a possibility that I don't have a car, and that I don't get my license. Like, even this week, like, I was like, this week, I was hoping to have a car by this week, but fortunately, I don't. I have dance, like, 3 or 4 of the days, and my parents are going to be out of town. Well, yeah, parents are going to be out of town. So I'll be here alone, so I was like, I don't have a vehicle. My dad was like, you just drive my truck. So I put myself in a situation where I went into it, I was like, all right, well, I have to get places. Unfortunately, I don't know how I'm going to get there. That's something I'll have to figure out, so I'm not going to stress about it. And then the universe presented its option. I can use my dad's truck. I have my license, so I'm allowed to drive. So I can drive whatever car. I just don't have a car of my own. That's the only difference. But yeah, just don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to stress. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're mentally not prepared to be in a situation. Like, there's one TikTok says, like, everybody developing a normal taste in relationships, like in opposing genders. And it says, like, me and my homeboy developing feelings for thick-thighed goth girls with mental issues. It's like, if you're not mentally ready to handle that or a situation, Now, there are times where you'll be thrown into the situation anyways, and you won't be mentally ready. Then you have to adapt. You have to be very adaptive to nowadays circumstances. I'm going to do a video about that as well. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Keep the continuous support. We know. We love it. We know, just striving every day. I'm pushing more and more. Never stressing. Always pushing. And as always, the man who believes the journey is over has truly lost and is worse than the man who knows to continue to fight. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Ciao.